The referee calls time. It is the end of the first 45 minutes of this. Ghana kickers underway. It looks like a 4-4-2 now. So Prince Edu is the one who came off for Thomas Brendan Asante. Partey off for Kwesi Sibo. And on the far side, it's Niyama on for Fat. That was a really strong play by Marvin Senaya. But because he's high up the pitch now, Thomas has got space. Finds David Brook looking for Kiefer Moore. The ball is in behind him a little bit. Deflects and wide.
Almost turning out to be an own goal. The other wing, very.
A lovely run there by David Brook. He's looking for Kiefer Moore, who was onside there. Ball was in behind him, and Gideon Mensah just couldn't sort his feet out in time. And almost diverting that into the... I think the goalkeeper had it covered, Benjamin Asare. But such is the danger. When Ghana attacks, they can be light at the back. This man in the box, that's Thomas. It's Thomas who strikes the ball. Ajete blocks well, and it's another corner for Wales. Ajete is really having a decent game in this one. Keeping his hand away from trouble, blocking with the legs. He's been there before.
And we know why.
He's been there before, Ajete. Then play for Auxerre in the French League. Had a very difficult season. Survived the relegation with two games to go where they were strong in winning those games. But now Ghana can push forward. Nyama can check onto his left. It's Nyama! Boy saved by Darren finally now.
Okay, good morning. Once again, you are welcome to the Lineup Sports Show on MBN TV. I'm Rash, and this week I am standing in for a regular host, Mr. Ashite. We are in to bring you some captivating stories around the world of football. We'll be touching on the local team, which is our Black Stars going to the World Cup. We'll also be touching on some transfer news around the world. So I'm believing that we are already well informed about what is happening around the world, but then I think we should delve straight into some sports rumors or football rumors around our various clubs in Europe as well. So without wasting much time, I think on our screens we have a player like what's his name again, Ederson of Atlanta. I think the deal with Manchester United has gone through. If you can see on our screens, I don't know if you can see on our screen. I can project it well for us to delve much into it. Mr. Ashite will join us later so we can have more discussions on this particular story. So, we stay with England as well. We are still in the EPL, and on our screens here is Andy Robertson, former player of Liverpool, and he's joining Tottenham. I think the deal was agreed even before the season will end. I think they had the personal terms with the player, and after the season ended, I think it has been finalized. He's not the only one joining. I think Marcos Senesi of Bournemouth will also be joining pretty soon. And as time goes on, we'll bring you subsequent stories on that as well. We are not only looking at the players. This transfer this summer is going to be hot. And as you can see, coaches are also making moves and changing clubs as well. On our screens is Marco Silva of Fulham United. Fulham FC, sorry. He's joining Benfica on a 3-year contract. He's joining Benfica. If you all know this man very well, he's a very tactical coach of Fulham FC, and he's joining Benfica due to some movement that has happened on the other side of Benfica as well. We'll also dive into that as time goes on. Here is defender of Brighton, Jean-Paul Van Hecke. And the news circulating around the world is Tottenham are really going in for this guy. They really want this guy to help them or bolster their defensive line. And as you can see, it's all due to the fact that they have Roberto De Zerbi on their bench now. He's managed this guy very well at Brighton when he was there as their coach. We'll talk more on that later on the show as well. Moving on, this is to my Liverpool in the league the previous season. So they decided to part ways with him and hire a very marvelous and tactical coach in Areola. He did wonders with Bournemouth, and I think Liverpool have decided to go ahead with Areola in the coming seasons. We'll talk more about that as well. Going on, I think we want to stay in the EPL for a while. This is a player I really love, Rafael Leao. He stayed with AC Milan for a while now, and I think he's making some issues around the world circulating that he really wants to experience games in the EPL. EPL is the game that he really loves to watch, and he would like to play in the EPL and also the Spanish La Liga. So we'll be keeping our eyes and our ears glued on this particular guy, hoping to see that whether he will be able to move from AC Milan to any other club of his choice. And here is to the Madridistas. We'll delve more. I want us to talk about this particular man. When Mr. Ashite is in the studios, we'll talk about Don Florentino Perez. A lot has been going on in the coming weeks, and I'm sure that we'll hear more from him. He's also been able to secure the signing of this player, Denzel Dumfries of Inter Milan, former player of Inter Milan, and he's going to the World Cup with Holland. There's going to be elections at Real Madrid pretty soon, and Florentino Perez is already making moves. He doesn't really agree with people that he's gone slow with the fact that things haven't gone on well for Real Madrid during the past seasons. They not winning any major trophies in the past season has been a problem, and people think his signings hasn't been that spot on, and he's ready to put people in their places to make sure they know that Florentino is still in the business. So he's made a signing of this decent player. He's a 30-year-old player, but a very matured and experienced player in Denzel Dumfries. So we move on to other stories, and also still staying on Real Madrid, they have been able to secure the deal for Ibrahima Konate. It's actually a free transfer. Actually, he ran down his contract and decided not to sign for Liverpool FC anymore, and he's moved to Real Madrid FC. So we'll be seeing him in the Madrid jersey coming next season. I don't know what Mr. Ashite will say about this, but when we get there, we'll cross that bridge. So sticking to Real Madrid, I think Mr. Enrique Riquelme, if you all know, he's standing in for the presidency election that is coming. He's challenging Mr. Florentino Perez, and during the weeks that has gone by, he's made a lot of headlines with issues with regards to how he's going to handle the club if he's given the presidency. He's spoken a lot. Players he will sign, coaches and sporting director and all that. He's made news in saying that his coach is actually Mr. Jurgen Klopp, who is working for Red Bull now, former coach or manager of Liverpool FC. He's mentioned that when he wins the presidency or he becomes the president of Real Madrid, he's looking to bring in Jurgen Klopp to be his coach. He has respect for Mourinho, but he feels for his sporting direction for Real Madrid, he wants to stick with Jurgen Klopp. So on that, when we look at Fabrizio, with credit going to Fabrizio Romano, I think the agent of Jurgen Klopp has come out to deny the fact that Mr. Riquelme Enrique, who is also looking forward to become the president of Real Madrid, is saying that he has a deal in place to bring in Jurgen Klopp to Real Madrid if he wins the election. I think Jurgen Klopp's manager or agent has come out to rubbish the fact that anything of that sort has gone on between himself or his client, which is Jurgen Klopp, with respect to
Good morning, and once again, you are welcome to the Lineup Sports Show. The Asida Ebema Dr. Rash, Zamaman Doctor, or your doctorate in sports analysis. Zamaman Doctor, better Dr. Rash, or the transfer rumors now rules ready from England, Spain, and all that. Or also, the president, Florentino Perez. I don't know what is happening in Real Madrid, from players to training, from training to president, from president to Jesus. Club back home, because they've gone to 2 seasons without a trophy. Chinebe sorry, same we see all the judging club about not judging club so about Bontica Chen said Onimushi or see or the Alan Beba Alan to see Onimushi Afe Obisu see or sign 150 million player. Hey, one team. Dr. Rash,
Boss.
your team, what they go on? Like what they go on? What they go on?
Oh, it be normal. You see, Madrid have been going seasons without a presidential election for some time now. So when elections are being conducted this way, everyone wants to win. You can
recently, Barcelona did their presidential election with Juan Laporta and then his we didn't hear issues like this. When I come, I'll sign this. When I come, I'll do this. Why, Real Madrid? Why?
That issue is because of Riquelme Enrique. When he came, I think his Perez, when it comes to, he hasn't been there yet. So all he has to do is to promise the fans or the socials, those who vote for him, that this is what I'll do if you give me the opportunity to come. And I think it's a wrong in there seeing it all when it comes to play. The Barcelona you mentioned, you can clearly tell even their past presidents still have issues with the current one. So it is nothing new in the world of football. But it's nice, if you ask me, it's nice. Even though it's creating all the buzz around the world and all that, I think it has been able to push Perez to come out from because for some time now, I believe Perez had moved away from his usual self when it comes to the marketing strategy or the player signings of Real Madrid. So it has been able to push him to actually go in for what he used to do in the previous seasons. So it's nice.
It's nice.
Yes.
From Real Madrid for it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
That is how
I know that's what I'm going to say, but for me it's not nice because Henrique just came out saying when he comes he's going to sign Erling Haaland, and then Erling Haaland also came out saying he personally hasn't said anything, but then his dad, his agents, and everyone around him has denied the links.
Okay, so with that, like I was saying, it's all marketing strategy. Okay. He knows there are certain lines he's not supposed to cross, and he's not crossed that line yet. He's saying that he has a pre-agreement contract with a certain player, and when he wins the presidency, it will be finalized is normal in football. And when he's not able to accomplish that, that is when the issues will pop up. With respect to, you can see that his presser changed after Man City decided to maybe take on what he's saying, because in a way in football it's like you are tapping their player. He has a valid contract with the club and you have not even spoken to the club yet, but you are saying you have a pre-contract agreement with their player. They can actually take you on. But the issue is, who are they taking on? Why are they taking him on? They can't take him on now because he's not the president of a football club. He's just an individual vying for the presidency of a club. So he knows what he's doing. He's just creating the buzz around the whole presidency. And with what he's doing, you can tell Perez has been quiet for some time now. But when he spoke, his issue is the one that is taking the headlines, with him saying that on Tuesday he's announcing he's making a bid of 150 million euros for a player. So you can clearly tell that Perez knows the game he's playing more than he is doing. Yeah. But he started his talking with announcing deals. He already concluded the deal with Denzel Dumfries because he had a release clause. So he can easily trigger that release clause. What needed to be done is the player side. Then it was easy for him to accomplish that. And with Jose Mourinho, so his talking has more
been materialized than
yes, he's showing working. So that's what he's done. He only, with 150 million, he knows that he hasn't gone further, but he just mentioned it, and that was why he didn't even mention any player's name.
Who do you think the player is going to be? Because he has ruled out that the player is not from the Premier League.
Yes.
The player is not from Manchester City.
Yes.
The player is definitely not from Manchester United.
Yes.
The player is not from.
It's not Olise as well.
It's not Olise as well. The player is not. He made mention of one or two names. The player is not Harry Kane.
Yes.
The player is not Luis Diaz. It's not
Haaland.
It's not Haaland also.
It's not Doku.
It's not Doku.
Yes.
So with all that said, which player in this world currently is worth 150 million?
Okay, so
or more.
Okay, so thank you. This is clearly telling you that Perez knows the game better than his counterpart Enrique. He knows that he's not in a position to be announcing player names whilst the deals haven't gone through, and that is why he's denying most of the names that are popping up. I will gladly wait because a lot of names have popped up with 150 million euros that he's really saying it is Olise, and they are connecting the fact that Jose Mourinho already went to watch the Stuttgart versus Bayern Munich DFB poker final when he was there. It was to make sure Mourinho was looking at Olise directly. But those things are things that we link them. But until he comes out to say it, I'll still leave it open as he's trying to make a bid for 150 million, because he made some specifics. He's saying the player is coming from the midfield upwards.
All right, welcome back to the Lineup Sports Show. Once again, Tarash, Ghana has qualified for the 2026 World Cup. It is an obvious issue here. We are in Group L alongside England. It's starting on the 11th of June. Next week, Thursday, now World Cup. No, Ashishe Asir. The Black Stars secured qualification for the 2026 FIFA World Cup by finishing top of the CAF qualification group ahead of Madagascar, Mali, and Comoros. Central African Republic